r/askreddit, what are some useful psychological tricks you know? Make sure to like and subscribe. People like you more if you let them do you favors. It's a kind of reverse loop. I must like this person since I'm doing them a favor or something like that. Most people actually enjoy helping others out in a small way. Plus, they build up favor points if they need something in the future, which lessens stress. The joke's on them. I don't recognize favor points as a currency. When my mum and I went shopping, she would just talk and talk to me, and by the time we got back to the car and she had distracted me enough, I would miraculously be holding all the bags. This kind of goes along with, if you hand something to someone while you are talking, they'll usually accept it. I've done it with small pieces of trash to my coworkers. It's cute to watch their brain try to process why they are now holding my crumpled up papers. What I've noticed, when I go to buy anything and it comes down to negotiating a price, the salesman will say his number and I'll just say H&M and then sit quietly and just wait. It gets really awkward and it then forces them to talk, and usually they will counter offer the offer they just put out, and it's honestly pretty funny. Never react to a person who is trying to upset you with words and insults. If I try to give you a hot potato and you don't take it, who has it? So if someone tries to throw a poison at you in their mind and you don't take it, the poison stays with them. In these situations, one of two things will happen. You overreact and their bad overcomes your good, or you don't react and your good overcomes their bad. The easiest way to win an argument with someone isn't only with a well-thought, fact-based argument of your own. You need to convince them that you're both on the same side. Phrases like "I think we are on the same page here," just looking from different angles, can be incredibly powerful in bringing people around to your way of thinking. Smiling increases positive results. Also, if you treat staff in a food business with a large amount of respect and love, they will treat you like a king because you truly make their day more bearable. You want ketchup? Don't worry, it's free. Maybe a free shot after dinner. Oh, and here a little snack for afterwards. Thanks for coming, please come back. I can't take another asshole family. Talk less when you want someone to talk more. A lot of times when trying to find out information, we want to ask how or why or whatever. Most of the time, if someone is already on a topic, you can get them to talk about it more simply by not asking and letting them lead. They'll also be more open and honest most of the time. Change everything you say into a positive. Change "I'm bored" into "we should do something fun," etc. Makes you sound much happier and in effect makes you feel happier. When I can't remember someone's name, I ask them how they spell their name for my contacts. They'll almost always say something like "you can't spell Joe." That's when I say no, of course not. I meant your last name. It's been working for me for the last 10 years as a journalist. If you want people to do something you want, slightly and slowly nod when you tell what you want to be done. This is what I did for my addiction to soda and smoking. I'd start with thinking of it as a weekend/special occasion/restaurant treat. Then over time I'd tell my brain I don't even like the taste that much. It isn't that great. I still smoke on weekends and I have soda when I'm out, but it's nothing compared to the amount I had of both over 6 months ago. I'd then congratulate myself each time I turned either away at any point, even if I had more before or after the no. That moment may be small, but it was a move in the right direction for me. When making some kind of deal with someone, silence is an important tool. If someone offers you £30 for something, but you want more, just look into their eyes and stay quiet. Most people end up offering a bit more. Dunno who said this, but I'm pretty sure there's a quote out there along the lines of "first one to speak loses a deal," or some shit like that. For your own well-being, remove the word "should" from your vocabulary, both in what you say out loud and what you say to yourself in your head. Makes a world of difference for anxiety and happiness. To avoid the sidewalk shuffle, look intently on the ground in the direction you want to go. The other person will unconsciously go in the other direction, allowing you to walk past with ease. I have done this countless times, and it has never failed me. Babysitting. If a kid starts to argue with you, just look them straight in the eyes and say, "Did I ask you to argue with me, or did I ask you to put away your toys?" Most kids are used to putting things off indefinitely by arguing with their parents. They realize you aren't going to let them manipulate you like that and usually comply right away. If they try to argue, repeat it a little more slowly. I've never had it not work. My friend taught me this. You can get away with basically anything in school if you are nice and well behaved in front of your teachers. Eye contact helps all the time. Handshake, eye contact. Talking to someone, eye contact. Listening to someone, eye contact. Talking to a girl/guy who you are into, eye contact. And the occasional glance at the lips. Eye contact shows you mean business. Keep telling people that they are nice, and many of them actually start behaving nice. Tell someone that you don't trust him/her, and you would see a negative change in the person. Have faith and win people's hearts. Take a full inhale and exhale before responding to anything verbally. Saves me from saying dumb things 90% of the time. Encoding specificity. If you study for an exam in the room you'll be taking the exam, you will outperform yourself had you been studying somewhere else. Out of curiosity, have you heard of the doorway effect? And do you think it's related? For those that don't know about this, to be as simple as possible, our brain associates thoughts with the place we are. That's why if you think in your bedroom I should go to the kitchen get this, and once in the kitchen you don't remember why you are here. It's because the thought is associated with your bedroom. And if you go back in your bedroom you'll remember why you left it in the first place. Repeating the very last thing people said back to them. It's supposed to make you appear more attentive. I often get complimented being a great listener, as if I care. Law of least effort/means. Don't know the exact name, but I believe it is one of those two. Basically, in a relationship, whichever partner appears to show the least interest or effort towards the other, holds more power over the other, or the relationship as a whole. Pretty messed up though. Here are some psychological tricks I know that work. When someone is staring at you in a train/bus, just look at their shoes, but in a way they'll notice that. Trust me, it will make them crazy. When you want a conversation, but don't know if the person you want to talk to is interested, then just cross your arms before speaking. If they cross their arms too, then they're interested. When you are in a group with some people and you want to know who might be attracted to you, then look around when everyone's laughing, because the person who likes you is most likely to look at you when everyone is laughing. When you have an argument, make little pauses after a sentence. It will make them seem more meaningful and wiser. When you want to get the maximum of information without asking so much, just let person talk, and after they've finished, say nothing, just look in their eyes. They will continue talking, and just act interested. Would you be so kind to? Is what I ask people for favors with the Bioshock thing, you know, but they literally have to admit no, I'm not so kind as to do. Basically they have to admit that they are not as good of a person as you make them they are. Works best on little favors. Kind regards, Ben. If a child is crying, ask them what color their shoes are, how old they are, or what they like to play. This makes the brain think rationally rather than throw a tantrum. If you want to end a conversation, but are too shy to end it verbally, start pointing your foot in the opposite direction and distance yourself a bit. Also glance in that direction for a couple of times. The other person will subconsciously understand that you need to go and will end the conversation themselves. Don't know if it's an actual thing, but it definitely works. Bring a photo of your dog to work and display it where people can see it. Studies have shown the people who have a photo of a dog in their office are seen to be team players more easily than people without a dog photo. For people at school, if someone thinks he is tough, make yourself look intimidating. Straight posture. Look them in the eye really close. Most people will chicken out. This comes from a 5.7-foot plum kid, so I guess it works. I used to get donuts for my psychology class in college because I figured everyone would want something to look forward to at 7 in the morning. Ended up conditioning that entire class to liking me. I noticed when I'd pass them on campus and they'd just perk up and get excited at seeing me. Retail 101. Ask customer for budget. Customer applies X. Step 1. Show customer item within budget, say 80% of X. Step 2. Then show customer ridiculously priced option, maybe 3x. Watch customer's eyes bug out. Step 3. FTW. Show customer item out of their range, but nowhere near the second option. Price maybe 1.5x. Customer will go for option 3 most of the time. Freaking amazing to watch. If you're on the seller side, learn to resist if you're the buyer. Thanks for watching lads and ladies, make sure to like and subscribe.